Y'all, this Exodus 1, aka Indigo Sky, aka y'all know who it is, Trigger Ranking. So basically, we about to finish off this video from yesterday. Wherever y'all coming in from, city, state, province, let me know, man. Sovereign entity, wherever y'all coming from. Let me know where y'all tapping in from. Uh, so we about to embark on this rabbit hole where we talking about one of the Kirks. We talking about one of the Kirks. We ain't talking about uh, uh we ain't talking about Kirk Franklin. We talking about a Kirk though. So boom, we about to get this thing started, man. We gotta hit that bomber clock, you know. All right, y'all, we about to start it up, man. So the first video we going to, we was working on it yesterday. We was doing Mr. Let Go. Y'all go check his channel out. Got some really good content, really deep, thought-provoking, things of that nature. Very well spoken, able to bring the message across very well. So that's why I like reacting to his channel. The brother seems like he's trying to do some positive things. So let's give him his flowers. Y'all go check out Mr. Let Go, like his video, subscribe, whatever y'all would like to, but at least go check his channel out. So we're 44 minutes in from yesterday. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start the video from where we left off yesterday. So if y'all want to go see the previous, go to the previous live and check it out from there. So we like in the middle. We like 44 minutes in. Mr. Let Go, let's go.
Or the I team, please and thank you. And zoom in on that man and whatever he has underneath his arm. First struck, and now we're just going to go back one frame at a time and see if we see any movement whatsoever. And there's nothing. And on top of that, the idea that we're going to have a guy that's part of the security detail that's standing right next to Charlie within a couple of feet, all eyes on him. He's going to carry a gun, hold it underneath his armpit, and then without even looking.
He's not carrying a gun, sir. It's not a gun. It's a remote control. It's a remote. So you're right. Anybody would be able to see somebody shoot somebody. It wasn't a gun. It was a remote.
He's going to assassinate Charlie Kirk right there in front of everybody. So if I was in charge of operations, somebody came and briefed me, I'm like, wait, what?
So I don't know, but it's a possibility that that guy was paid off. Because I don't know if you noticed, Diddy was paying people. He's paying YouTubers. Hold on, let me see if I can remember that. See if I can find it. Hold on. Do y'all remember that? So Diddy, P. Diddy, was paying YouTubers to lie for Diddy. You don't think the I team wouldn't pay YouTubers to lie for the I team?
Y'all run them lights up, man. Run the lights.
Yes or no? Do y'all remember that Diddy? Let's see. Hold on. I'm gonna show y'all, because some of y'all may not know. People. Let's see. Diddy's people were visiting YouTubers. Content creators. So I'm just showing y'all that I'm not crazy.
Influencers who have been reporting about Diddy has private investigators visiting influencers who have been reporting about.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that though.
Samson posted a video where
it's right here.
One such person.
So they said that somebody came to their house for Diddy and were asking them to take certain stuff down off the internet and everything. So that is definitely true, and I do remember that incident, at least one incident. And I think these people were like, if I'm not mistaken, I think they was on TikTok. If I'm not mistaken now, but I do remember it was the lady said somebody came to her house behind Diddy.
Good morning, TikTok land. This is Secret Service Sam. Patriots check in. Yes, I have a little hair antenna here, but this what I want to do is discredit any influencers, right? We have to lift each other up. We have to support each other.
Here it is, right here.
So you guys are private investigators who have come to my private home and asking about influencers? This is very uncomfortable, you guys.
I don't know why. I'll explain.
No, you're at my home.
Okay, so you don't want to talk to us then?
Have I broken some law?
Actually not.
And you have the thin blue, this is frightening. I think.
So, if Diddy, who was way down here, was paying his people to go visit YouTubers that was reporting against Diddy, the I team wouldn't hit up this guy and say, hey, I heard you reporting on this situation. I see you have a lot of followers. Would you like to lie for us and discredit all of the other YouTubers? Would you like to do that? We'll give you like $20,000. I'm not saying it happened, but if Diddy was doing the shit, you don't think a huge entity wouldn't do this?
What you think? So you can go watch the unedited version of this video on Elisa background theory that are saying that man is giving signals to the sniper. But friends, I want to share the truth with you today. The man in the white.
Like why is he taking time out of his day to talk about this random ass broad and this random ass dude that literally was factually giving hand signals to a goddamn sniper or some shit? Like, why would you do that? Why would you just not talk about it at all? Why would you say, oh, it's because of shit? Did she hit you up? Did she offer you some money, sir? I'm just saying. All right, let's keep going. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button.
They are pointing at the photo.
All right, so now we're going to talk about the infamous wake and the hands. Check this out. We're debunking all of these lies. All lies debunked today.
Despite the very obvious evidence, there are still people out here convinced that Charlie Kirk is still alive. They are pointing at the photos Erica posted of him.
And he is not alive. I just got to put that out there. He is not alive.
In his casket and saying, that's not him. That's fake. That's a mannequin. So let's pause. As an embalmer, I can tell you that is absolutely him. And actually, the exact things people are using as proof, the yellow hands, the firmness, the waxy or silicone appearance, those are classic signs of embalming. So let's break it down. Before I dive in, I want to stop and acknowledge something really important. This is sensitive material. A man just lost his life, and his wife, Erica, is grieving in a way most of us can't even imagine. Part of me hopes she never sees this video because my goal here isn't to add to her pain. But here's the reality. People are already talking. The internet is full of rumors, conspiracy theorists, and outright misinformation. Everything from he's still alive to that's a mannequin
What's up, Trinity guy?
in the casket. And as an embalmer, I can't sit back and let people take these wild stories at face value.
Wait. Tina says the color of his hands are off. Do you think that is Kirk is afraid and is in hiding? We're showing you this to show you that he did die and this is him. That's why I'm playing.
know the stream messing up, man. I don't know what's going on. Probably these airplanes, these crazy airplanes and shit.
They go to certain mortuaries, and the mortuary is paid to lie on the paperwork. Because here's the thing. A dead body goes one place. That is the mortuary. So the mortician literally has full autonomy to do whatever the fuck they want to do. Because nobody else either knows how to or wants.
This is crazy. We got a little bit more. Okay,
go through a dead body looking for a bullet, looking for an exit wound, looking for an entrance wound, and sticking their finger through a dead body. Ain't nobody got time for all that shit.
So, do you think that? Cause like I would have thought they would have had a coroner coming. Well, the coroner still had to come and get him and do an autopsy. So like, where like that right there alone, like where is the autopsy?
So all you gotta do is pay the mortuary and pay the mortician to sign off and say there was no what? There was no negative acts or whatever. Sign off and say this person died of natural causes. This person died from a gunshot.
For the most part, that's when the coroner comes out. For the most part, when a person is not killed, don't die under regular circumstances. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
and sign off. There's no more investigation. You cannot investigate a dead body after the mortuary sign off on a dead body saying that there was no foul play. That's the word, foul play. If the mortician says there's no foul play,
it's really the coroner. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta interject on that one. It's the coroner. The coroner is the one that has to put the medical decree in of what happened to you and why you died. Was it a gunshot to the head or blah, 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 this and that? The coroner. So maybe, be quiet.
There's no foul play. So life is really simple. And for that being said, death is pretty simple. So you're saying a murder weapon was left under his t-shirt. Okay, some of y'all are new, so I'll explain it. So right here. Some of y'all are new, so it's okay.
That's a good question too. Was a murder weapon?
I am here to.
So was it really a setup then? If that shit still under his shirt, it still was a setup. Or what if when they
for the millionth time, because some of y'all knew. So I'm not.
Okay, so if he did have whatever on him and that's what happened, when they took him to the car, they could have easily snatched it off the security.
So for the millionth time,
I got all the answers.
When you do an event, they mic you up, which is they will say, all right, stand up, and then you stand up, and they will run a mic under your shirt, okay? They'll stick a mic, and they'll run it up on your shirt, be like, all right, we'll do it right here, and blah, 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 and then we'll stick this right here, and then we're gonna put the magnet, so the little black thing on the front of his shirt was right here, and then it was a magnet. So the magnet held the thing in place, and I use my trusty remote control, so they were like, all right, so this is the recording device, so make sure the recording device stays right here. Okay. And then we'll put a little magnet on top of it. All right, cool, boom. And then that's it, right? And next thing you know, as you're talking, boom. And it's over. You have no idea what this thing is. You think it's a microphone, but essentially,
I'm gonna say it again. If they ran him to a car to try to get him to the hospital, they could have easily snatched whatever off of him or what they wanted to snatch off him.
it's an air-actuated pellet discharger, and the pellet shoots up in your neck, and you're done. This is the safest, most guaranteed, most efficient way to get rid of somebody. Because trying to shoot somebody takes all kinds of shit. And for anybody wondering, well, why was it a guy on top of the roof? Well, that guy was literally a decoy to throw everybody off on what happened. Does anybody have any questions on what I said?
Allegedly.
Where's the blood there? The blood came out and proved that it was a pellet discharger. If you just look at how his shirt went up. You see the little thing there? See that?
Man, this shit, like, I remember it was a what it was called, Grand Theft Auto. It was a mission, and you had to blow up this. Somebody was like using a new phone, like it was supposed to be like some Steve Jobs type shit, and he was using a new phone. And while he was using the new phone during the whole press conference, the phone blew up and took his life. So that's crazy, bro. Like, it's almost the same type of thing, bro. Like,
a bullet can't do all that shit. What the hell is a bullet doing all that for? That don't even make no damn sense. So let me play this. I'm looking for the video. Did I erase the video? No, I did not. Here it is. I think this is another. In America, over the last 10 years, counting or not counting gang violence. So right here, he's going to show you the pellet discharger up front. Very up close. So watch this. There it is right there. Are there any other questions? I'm just going to leave this right there just for a couple seconds. Are there any questions? You see right there, that is not a bulletproof vest. That is this. Bends over. It's just like that. It's the same type of shit. That's it. Look at him, look at me. And look where it's aimed. At my throat. It's really simple to get rid of somebody. Are there any questions? That's a magnet. No, that's inside the shirt. Goofy? That is not a magnet. The magnet will be on the outside of it. Oh my God. All right. Let me show you, because you're new here, so it's okay. Hold on, where's the guy? Where's the guy that was lying? The guy that was lying, where he at? Oh, hold on. So I'm gonna show y'all the guy that was lying earlier. Here it is right here. So we'll come back to that.
First one's probably the easiest one to explain, and that is the floating dot, or I've seen it referenced as the AI dot. So if you look right here on Charlie Kirk's shirt, we see this black rectangle. And as a matter of fact, if you go and look at a lot of his other content, you'll see the exact same black rectangle. What that is I think it's exactly this, by the way. All right, this is a magnetic clip. It comes with these Rode microphones. And because it's larger and has a little bit more surface area, even with some of these other small mics, I'll continue to use this one. But we see that there.
So the magnet is on the outside of his shirt, and the magnet held the air-actuated pellet discharger inside of his shirt. So So you see the magnet on the outside, and then the pellet discharger on the inside. So one was on the outside, and it held in. All right? I'm trying to help y'all.
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Now he's saying that guy is the same guy that was on the on detail for Donald Trump. I don't agree with that. Kim said, do pellets come in different sizes? Yes. I just showed you, I don't know if you was in here, but I just showed you like 5 different pellet sizes, I think. And sometimes the pellets are actually round. So yes. Yes, all pellets are different sizes like bullets do, yes. Sometimes they're just balls, little metal balls. So yes.
For 33 hours, I was praying that
the number 33.
So check this out. Check this out. It's making more sense now. Because if he's saying that I was praying that it wasn't one of us, what if he knows something already that we don't know? Like, what if he knows it was something nefarious that happened, but he can't say it? And they saying that they caught the dude, and this is after they're saying they caught the dude. So why would the governor have to go on here like this and say all this stuff when the dude is just a 22-year-old dude that, like, I mean, if they would have took Casanata out, I don't think it would have been this damn big. Like, for real.
That's how you know, guys. That's how you know it's staged. A Freemasonic ritual. That's all it was. The number 33, Freemasonry.
And you can see the gun right here. This is This
is some dumb shit, but I'm gonna play it. So I do not agree with this. This is stupid, but I'm gonna play it anyway.
A recoil. And then as soon as he gets done recoiling, Charlie moves. Here it comes. You're gonna see that.
Oh, hold on. Somebody said, what the hell? Another 33? Look at the hats on the table. Look at the hats.
And then as soon as he gets done recoiling, Charlie moves.
4 minus 7 is 3. Damn.
Here it comes. You're gonna see that guy in the white shirt. He's gonna lift his right elbow. Ready? Right here. He lifts his elbow. He's holding a gun. And watch what happens. He shoots it. His hand goes right back in.
He did not shoot no damn gun.
Yeah, man, he didn't shoot.
This is dumb, but I'm just playing just for the hell of it.
The place, and then Charlie gets hit.
Fuck is you talking about, bro?
Watch this. Raise his elbow. Boom. Look at that. Watch the gun
so
shoot
that means
right
he had a gun that
now.
could do all this right
And watch
here. He had a
Charlie
gun
get
that
hit right
got that on.
now. Oh my God.
It's just like
Oh
old
my
boy
God.
said.
Look at it.
It was just like old boy said. Somebody hit some type of detonator, bro. Because it, like, the way he was shot, it just looked like And that's why I kept saying I'm glad he didn't get hit in the face from that far range. But y'all don't think, bro, man, this shit getting deep, bro. Y'all don't think somebody shot away 200 yards and they were just able to hit him right here, like right here. Look at my beard and look at me, boom. You able just to hit me right here from damn near 200 yards away. Oh, that ain't, bro, the math ain't mathing, my nigga. The math is not mathing, bro. The math ain't mathing, bro.
It's clear as day.
God.
The guy in the black shirt shows that guy in the white shirt in the background, his arm. The guy puts his gun up, puts his elbow up, pop, bang. Look at that.
And like we say, that's not a gun. That's some type of, he got something in his hand because even the way he backed up, it was just like, if my best friend get hit by a bullet, the first thing I'm gonna do is try to make sure he's okay and they ain't doing no more shooting and stuff like that. But man,
Bang.
Pop. Bang. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh my God. So yeah, that didn't happen. But I gotta play this game because this right here told me everything I need to know.
Was staged by Bill Ackman because
Please, y'all, we have to find a way to protect Candace Owens, man.
an intervention
yeah, the
staged
Candace
by
Owens right
Bill
now.
Ackman.
Candace Owens right now, she, like, you could tell she really care about this man. She crashing out, bro. She don't give a fuck what nobody talking about. She like, hey, bro, look here. We gonna put this shit out to the forefront. I don't give a fuck what happened. Y'all do whatever y'all do to me, him y'all did to me, but I'm gonna tell the truth. And that's the crazy part of it.
Because Charlie's rational thoughts.
It's like that the truth can get you fucked up out here. Truth can get you fucked
About
up.
or a no. This is not the route that you should be going on. And Charlie was surrounded by his friends, his quote unquote friends. Bill Ackman was very upset and threats were made. It was at this time that Bibi Netanyahu was called and Charlie was invited to the. This was an under duress situation, I would say, because I've been in these situations before. I started asking very sensible questions about it.
Bro, this shit like a murder mystery, bro. Like that, I don't think that boy I don't think he had nothing to do with this shit.
One who
I
had
think
dedicated
that's
her full bit of life
yeah.
to supporting many times alongside Charlie Kirk, I was met with the very same pressure. And just like Charlie was being invited to, I was invited somewhere else. And when this arrived to me, it felt like a threat. You know, I gotta tell that, it felt like a threat. Like, not like, hey, come here and we can educate you because you're my friend. More like, this is your last chance. That's how it felt to me. I can't speak to how it felt to Charlie. And I know that Charlie was offered a ton of money. Charlie was offered a ton of money. A ton of money in this moment.
Damn, son.
He would fund it, you know? Spend tons of money. Turning Point, I guess, if it needed to go to a higher level, would have gone to an even higher level than it already was at. And I know for a fact that Charlie denied that funding. That Charlie denied, and what BB did include there, he declined to go to, for I would describe this as like, you know, re-education camp. You know, we've seen it. You may not know, but we can help you. You know, we just need you to come out to Auschwitz and take a picture. Yeah, we just need you to come to the Holocaust Museum and take a photo. We just need you to go to, and we can make this better. Charlie said no to BB. Okay, Bill Ackman, if you would like to dispute that, I would love to hear what you say happened, because our sources and what we have, it's solid. An intervention.
You know what? I can't wait till Candace go on Piers Morgan and talk about this shit. Cause she gonna go on Piers Morgan. Y'all think she going off on her own shit. Wait till she get on Piers Morgan and see what she do.
So I just want to ask y'all a question. Did y'all hear Candace Owens literally say the I-Team is the one who got Charlie Kirk assassinated? Did y'all hear that? I just want to ask y'all, did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear her say the I-Team is the one who got Charlie Kirk assassinated simply because, or mainly because, he did not take the money that they offered him?
What y'all think?
Yes
Let
or
me
no
know
in
in
the
the
chat.
comments.
Yes
Let
in
me
the
know
chat
in
or
the
yes no in the
comments. Let me know.
Because
I know
that's
what
why
I
we need to
heard.
protect her. Because she don't give a fuck. She gonna tell y'all what it is.
Hey, she gonna tell y'all.
All right, so I got another video that is more conjecture, but we'll watch it just for shits and giggles.
This is your assassin right here, guys. Right here. It's unbelievable that people can watch this and see.
All right, you can tell the guy is just saying shit by how you talk about it. This is your person right here, fellas. Check it out. Ah. Okay, so this picture of this thing at the top of the screen is him saying that's what it is. Some type of finger gun. So apparently you hold this little thing between your fingers and then you hit it and then it's a gun. This is the stupidest shit I've ever heard. So y'all check this out. This is just dumb as hell, but let's just entertain ourselves.
Okay, so we're gonna entertain ourselves, but they do have guns like that. Like that's damn near some James Bond type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You hide like that's some rifle hitman type shit. Like real
With
shit.
this stupid ass shit.
This is your assassin right here, guys. Right here. It's unbelievable that people can watch this and say, no, you're just delusional, or no, you snorted cocaine, or you're just stupid. Like, you can't see what I'm seeing. That is a pop.
Just because this man is scratching his arm, he just shot somebody. Now he not need to go to jail for the rest of his life because you scratching his damn arm. Look at this shit.
This is your assassin right here, guys. Right here. It's unbelievable.
Hey, can y'all stop saying the I word, please? Stop. Stop repeatedly saying the I word. Thank you. Stop. All right, so let's go. Do y'all believe
this is your assassin right here, guys? Right here. It's unbelievable that people can watch this and say, no, you're just delusional, or no, you snorted cocaine, or you're just stupid. Like, you can't see what I'm seeing. That is a palm gun. You may not know what a palm gun is, but that is a palm gun.
And he was able to aim it without looking at the target.
That is a palm gun. You can see him.
Hold on, bro. We gotta hit that stop the cap on that one. You capping on that.
Stop the cap. No more.
You gotta hit that stop the cap on.
Squeeze it, you can see the recoil. Boom! And Charlie Kirk is dead. That is a bomb gun. Boom! Charlie Kirk is dead.
Not boom, boom. He would just be making up shit.
Yeah, he made that up.
Brown Sugar says, have y'all seen the footage as the crowd was running away? There was a man with a handgun. You got the video, Brown Sugar? You can send it to me. I don't know if I've seen that or not. Or tell me where I can find it. I'll look at it.
Was he probably security? Did he have a handgun because he was security, or what happened? Like, or was he?
What is this?
Explain to me how. To the sides. Somebody tell me how there's a running above. This is before. Guys. Explain to me how. To the sides. Somebody tell me how there's a running above. This is before the shot. You see that little red spot above his freedom to the left. His right shoulder, right below, right above his right pectoral muscle. Watch that speck turn into a bullet hole, but it moves.
What's going on with the speck? It's a magnet holding the actuator in place. Once the air actuated pellet discharger shoots into his throat, the air shoots out. So the thing goes like this. So it literally probably falls somewhere, and the magnet, since it's a magnet, it travels across the front of the shirt because the air actuated pellet discharger just did that. So that's the reason why the black thing moved. It's the magnet.
Across his shirt without leaving any trace that it was there, and then pops up onto his neck. Tell me how that's possible. You see it pop up onto his neck? Watch, it's over here. It's over here on his shoulder. Then it goes up, his shirt pops way up. Because I think there's a blood bag in there or something. But look at that, how it pops over. Now where's the hole? Where's the damage to the shirt?
There was recently a funeral held for Charlie Kirk. And have you noticed the giant golden ring with a diamond G on it that his wife is wearing? Why would she be wearing that? On top of that, the hands that she's touching don't even look real. That looks...
Why is he wearing a magnet? The magnet holds what's under his shirt in place. If I wanted to keep this on my shoulder as an example, right? And I know it's not metal. Say this is metal. And for whatever reason, I wanted to keep this on my shirt, sitting right here. I would take a magnet and put it under my shirt, and the magnet would hold this in place. And I want to hold the thing in place under your shirt. So that's the reason why.
Like a giant rubber decoy. And who would record then?
So we already debunked this. The mortician came out and said this is all bullcrap.
It was all a prank, bro.
In America, over the last 10 years, counting or not counting gang violence. Great.
So I'm dropping a link if anybody wants to come up. I'm dropping a link if anybody wants to come up and share your opinion on what is going on. I'm dropping a link if anybody wants to come up and share what is going on. So according to this right here, the guy is saying something's going on in the guy's phone. I don't know what the hell.
Gang violence. Great.
I look like the white man on the ground right there in that video.
I literally just made a post showing how they're all part of a club that loves the number 33. And I showed it in the very first...
This motherfucker sound like Trump.
Stop the cap.
Ain't no stop the cap, bro. That nigga sound just like Trump.
A new article talking about it today. If you scroll down...
He sound like a young Trump.
They always do it. They show you 3 people talking about it today. Showed it in a club that loves the number 33.
So, do y'all recall that the guy said it took 33 hours for them to find the shooter?
Damn.
In the very first Yahoo article talking about it today, if you scroll down,
Bruh.
Yo, buddy, where you at? Where you going? You came in and disappeared. I'm about to bring you up.
Hold on, y'all. He said that shit though, bro. He said, I prayed to my God for 33 hours. Dang. I ain't even going in on that, but yeah.
Where you going? I was just about to bring you up.
They always do it. They show you 3 in 3 in this article. They tell you. But guess what?
Oh, Terenzo, thank you so much for the super chat. I just seen it. Sorry about that. Let's see. Hold on, let me see what it says. Thank you for the super chat. We're told in the military, even if you fired a weapon before military life, you still have to learn basic rifle skills or you will fail, meaning you and your squad are done for. Facts. That's what I'm saying. No random ass kid in college can turn around and pull off no snipe like that. Nowhere in here. Hey, what's going on? Yeah.
Hello. Hey, yeah, I'm here. Hey, bro. How you doing?
I'm good. What are your thoughts on everything?
Well, pretty much, I think we're skipping steps here. I think we have to actually determine what happened here first. Before we go determining, like, who did what, I think we need to actually prove to ourselves and people that somebody actually, somebody actually got hit and bled all over the place. But what I'm disputing is that what I saw was a whole big neck fountain, and neck fountains make a lot of a mess. And then I see a video directly after of some dude stealing hats, and I'm just watching it. And I think to myself, there's people in the background here staring at something else. Wouldn't they be staring at the gore right here? And then I'm looking around and I'm like, there is absolutely no gore. There's no gore.
So stop right there. Just for the record, I just want to say this. YouTube deleted a video and then brought it back because I appealed it. The reason why they deleted the video, the wording is they thought in the video that I denied Charlie Kirk of victimization by saying he did not blank, right? So yeah. I don't want you to come on here saying he did not blank, okay? Because that will turn around and cause them
That's
to
not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. Rest in peace to the dead. Rest in peace to the dead. If there is, and I'm simply saying I don't know. I don't know. They haven't proven something to me yet. Okay, and I'm not here to disrespect anybody and say, these people don't deserve to rest in peace, because everybody does, and that would be wrong for me to do, and that's not what I'm here to do. But what I am skeptical about is how every single YouTube channel that I go to with anybody looking at it skips that right over that. They literally skip right over that, and when I go try to raise that question, I'm kicked out. And this happened earlier today on other channels. I guess I probably shouldn't name names. That would be wrong with me too. But it keeps happening.
Is what I'm saying what may be happening? Because I was just like, I didn't say he didn't pass away. And I'm like, maybe you are going to channels saying it and it's causing problems with a YouTuber. I don't know. All I know is my video got.
I'm not saying people are coming to their own conclusions when I bring up certain problems, and they can't answer those questions. So then they call me a crackpot, and then I'm denying people's whatever, which I'm not. I'm simply raising questions that have no answers. And people are telling me, there's pictures of blood. Okay, but I'm looking for pictures of, specifically that would prove it to me. I saw the neck fountain. I saw where it happened, and then I saw video of after where that happened, and there was no mess. And that's what
he said it was no mess. I don't know. I wasn't there. I ain't got nothing to do with this. All this shit alleged. We in here joking. I don't know nothing about this shit.
Care about what niggas are meant to know. See, I don't know these damn people. Understand this. Do you know them people?
No.
Do you know them? So why do you care that deeply about wanting to see a dead body? I don't want to see no dead body. I don't want to see, I don't care. I don't want to see their blood. I don't care. I'm just I'm speaking on the conspiracy on how they're lying to us about how he died. That's my thing. Because I need to know, because if there are ways to die on stage, I'll be on stage. And I need to know what I need to be looking out for. You get what I'm saying? So this is to a certain degree personal to me. But
of course,
like, where is his body and where? I don't care about that shit. Because that's not my business right there. So is the difference.
You're skipping steps is all I'm saying. And then just going straight forward and reacting to this like it's like already a done deal. And whenever these people who did it have a provable track record of lying to us, and now they have the technology to do it through the airwaves like this, why are we not asking these questions? Why are we just jumping right into
2 hours asking these questions? I just debunked like 5 different theories.
No, he didn't debunk. But that's playing right into what they're doing because what if you just debunked
Right, he debunked that shit, bro. Like, bro, we on a whole nother wavelength with this shit. Like, we different with this. The man talking about some other shit. We ain't talking about we ain't talking about them. We ain't talking about the person that they got, the suspect. We talking about some other shit.
Fake theories. What if you just debunked like something that didn't actually happen? Then you really didn't debunk anything because you're just debunking a side.
I don't care that much. I don't know these guys.
A lot of people do.
Speculating. It's interesting to speculate. And like I said, I'll be on stage myself. And I want to make sure I get an understanding of why he died and who killed him. Because I think the person needs to know, because if the person that killed him is still out there, we need to know that information.
Sure, I agree. But, I think it's just...
I don't care past that.
Okay. All right, then maybe your audience does. I don't know. I was just bringing it up. They didn't prove it to me yet. Maybe somebody else is like me, is all I'm saying.
And I welcome that. But what I'm saying is, I don't want to deny this man and his family of his victimhood. So I don't want you to do the same thing. So I understand what you're saying, but hey, I think he's gone. If you don't think he's gone, that's your opinion.
Well, it hasn't been proven to me yet.
It's fine. But they don't know you. And they don't know me. So they don't owe us nothing. Just keep that in mind. Like, they don't owe us nothing.
Who's they, though?
I respect that. I respect how you talk.
Yeah, but if they're trying to tell us something, they try to tell us something happened, but they don't owe us proof of that happening, what sense does that make? That's called lying.
His wife is not trying to tell us nothing. We are, as people, I'm not going to kick you off or go off on you or whatever. Your opinion, and I understand how you feel about this. I just don't want this video deleted. Once I seen the reason, I was like, I didn't do that. And I was like, but shout out to you, man. No problem. She could have paid a mole or a plant. Hey, it is what it is. But it's 5 o'clock. Y'all already know what time it is. Salmon and broccoli, here I come. Everybody drop salmon and broccoli emojis in the chat because I'm about to go eat, even though I've been eating grapes. But Cash App is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Drop a Cash App, $ AARN 1000.
Hey, I'll check out that boy, Mr. Gold. Oh damn! So Candace on this her video right here. Like, hey, we finna react to it. Y'all check out Candace on. About to see what they talking about. Well, like,
Remove your car scratches in 60 seconds or get your money back.
Let's see how
Look,
long.
no cut, no Photoshop. We let the liquid.
Y'all go check out Candace Owens' channel.
Well, it's going to be a heck of a Tuesday for us, guys. Where should we begin? I'll tell you this, something is not right. Something is not right. And I am going to need you, whoever it is listening to this podcast right now, to wake up. Because I am telling you that this is not a battle between left and right. We all thought that at some point. We believed that. You're my enemy, you're my enemy. It is not a battle between Russia, Ukraine. I don't care what your political issue of the day is. What is happening right now in the world and what just happened to my friend Charlie Kirk is a battle of sheer evil versus goodness. What I have for you guys today, okay, well, first and foremost, the indictment against Tyler Robinson was just released, and I have a lot of questions that I think need to be answered. Regarding his trans boyfriend, Lance Twiggs, well, I just spoke to a family member who told me a lot about Lance Twiggs because media is kind of presenting him as this do-gooder. You might be interested to know that his family has a different perspective. Also, Turning Point employees are contacting me, a lot of them, okay? And I am not liking what I am hearing from them about things that took place leading up to that Hamptons event, some changes at the organization in the months leading up to that event, and what had been happening more broadly at the company over the last year. Speaking of which, Bill Ackman, you may have caught that he responded to me about the Hamptons with a lot of words to really say nothing at all. And I want to be clear, I am not done, okay? I'm coming for everybody. Charlie Kirk's death is really just a beginning. So welcome back. Let's start with some major updates regarding the Charlie Kirk case. First and foremost, what always stood out to us about this shooting was Decoy Boy, right? We're all on social media. We all watch the news. We have all, whether we wanted to or not, witnessed, thanks to social media and the news, a lot of shootings. A lot of shootings, whether it's gang-related or otherwise. And I have to say, I don't know if I'm the only one, never in my entire life have I seen a situation when a shooting happens and then somebody completely unrelated to the shooting that just happened jumps up and down and says that they did it and gets arrested for saying that they did it, implying that they did it. Well, for whatever reason, George Zinn, who is a 71-year-old man, was moved to do that, right? Instantly. Charlie Kirk gets shot. Suddenly, the 71-year-old man jumps up and creates what is obviously some sort of a distraction, okay? We have eyes, we can see that. That's not normal. He creates a distraction. So let's just take a look at this clip of him being arrested in the aftermath of the shooting.
He couldn't even keep his hands. This man, they had to drag, like, how the hell he shot the man and he that old? Bruh, y'all were dragging the man.
Well, now it's about to get even stranger because since he's been arrested, he's now facing charges of obstruction of justice because he didn't do it, right? Why would you do that? Why would you obstruct justice in this manner? And now, in addition to those charges, we learn that he's been harboring images of child abuse, okay? He has kiddie porn. This is the headline. I can't make this up. Man arrested for allegedly faking confession to Charlie Kirk's killing. George Zinn, accused of obstructing justice, was also booked in connection with images on his cell phone related to child abuse, okay? So we learn from this article that after being arrested, the 71-year-old man for this second-degree felony, which is obstruction of justice. He was also, when the police had approached him, he was being weird about giving them his cell phone, okay? So they took him into custody, they treated him for a medical condition, and then they start asking this guy questions about, what are you doing? Can we see your cell phone? And he's being really cagey about giving over his cell phone. They're like, okay, we're trying to get to the bottom of why you would stand up and scream, shoot me, immediately following the aftermath of this murder, okay?
Yeah, he was
Hey, I'm Alexander. I've done a lot of riding around the country, right alongside my friends, alongside yours. And when I ended up in 2 accidents, both.
Okay.
He was deranged.
And what they discover is that when asked by an officer, okay, after they figure out that he's not being cooperative, is that he has images. He has images of kiddie porn. There's no other way to say this, of related to child abuse on his cell phone. Now, what does that tell you about this guy? Okay, what does it tell you about George Zinn? What that signals to me about George Zinn is that I've read a lot about Jeffrey Epstein. I've read a lot about blackmail operations. The people they tend to go after are people who are into children. Full stop. Now, I'm not saying, I obviously, he's just been charged here, so I guess we have to say allegedly, but that's what's coming out now, that they found images on his cell phone. So this guy who is into this sort of thing, we also figure out that in the past, he has given interviews related to September 11th and Al-Qaeda. He is in Utah and he is obstructing justice. And he also happens to have this totally disgusting addiction of some description. I'm assuming it's an addiction, and that's what he's harboring. He's harboring child abuse images on his phone. That's what I'm going to tell you. That's my instinct immediately. I don't like this guy. That is suspect, okay? Something to watch. Now, in terms of this indictment, now that we can formally read the indictment, there's been a lot that's been said that I think a lot of the miscommunication is perhaps coming from Governor Cox. I think he in himself, I probably should look into Governor Cox. I'm not sure why he said some things that are apparently untrue. Maybe he misspoke. I understand there is a lot of pressure when it comes to this investigation. But let's just take us through this indictment. I think it's important for us to go through it so that we can see the setup here of what took place on September 10th. Now, first, they provide basically an overview in this indictment. It's a probable cause statement. They tell us that basically after 33 hours, they really love saying it, 33 hours, I don't know why they keep signaling that to us, on September 11th, 2025, when Tyler...
She said it 33. She said 33 hours.
James Robinson surrendered to police at Washington County Sheriff's Office. That was when it happened. They found DNA consistent with Robinson on the rifle trigger. After shooting Mr. Kirk, Robinson hid the gun. They're going to get into that. Discarded the clothing that he was wearing when he fired the rifle, and he told his lover/roommate to delete incriminating text messages and not to speak with police. And also, they will be charging him count 6 because children were present at the time of the shooting. Okay, now to get through this, we are told that the suspect, after this shooting took place, that
this is crazy. He's saying, "Oh, okay, I get charged because like a certain regiment, like, nah, this shit."
There was a police officer who immediately looked upward and realized he had heard the sign of a rifle, knew that it was obviously coming from the rooftops. They then began crawling through the footage to see what had happened. They tell us that this discovery led to an intensive review. Let me go actually back up to this paragraph. Police reviewed surveillance from the camera that was covering the roof and discovered that it recorded an individual that was dressed in dark clothing who had crossed the railing from the public walkway and dropped onto the roof at approximately 12:15 p.m. Now, just to very quickly, I'm going to just tell you, according to our timeline, we know that Charlie gets shot at 12:23 p.m. So they're now telling us that he was on that roof since 12:15 p.m. So he's setting up that shot. We can assume.
Damn, son.
Okay. It goes on, although the individual moved out of the camera's view for a short time, the camera again captured the individual running across the roof and then low crawling to the area that the officer had recognized as where the suspected sniper had dropped into a prone shooting position. After a short time, which matches the known time of the shot, the individual arose and then ran across. He had, taken apart the shotgun. That just seems to be now removed from the narrative altogether. It goes on to read that this discovery led to an intensive review of UVU surveillance recordings to attempt to track and identify the suspect. Surveillance revealed the following, that at approximately 11:51 a.m., the suspect had entered campus from the north. He is wearing a black shirt with an American flag in its center, a dark baseball cap, large sunglasses. Throughout the surveillance, the suspect keeps his head down and rarely raises his head enough to get a clear image of his face. As he proceeds across the campus, he is seen walking with an unusual gait. The suspect walks with very little bending in his right leg, consistent with a rifle being hidden in his pants. This unusual gait continues until the suspect is seen crossing the railing off the open walkway and onto the roof, where he leaves the camera's view. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to say is they've only sent us screenshots, right? We've only seen a picture of him coming up the staircase. It looked to me like both his legs were bending.
These shoes are specially designed for middle-aged and elderly men. Comfortable, slip-on and non-slip walking shoes. Got wide feet, high
bending. I don't see why they don't just release. Why don't they just release this fully so we can make sure that this is the same person that we see walking across with a limp, right? That footage which was provided by TMZ. Also, you will notice that nowhere in this indictment as we go on are they going to mention which Governor Cox spoke about. Like first he came in a different outfit. Remember, Governor Cox said he was wearing the light shorts and maroon shirts. The implication here being that maybe he came to come scout things, to check things out. At first this is him, but then he comes back in the black outfit. This is missing from the indictment, and I'm wondering why. What is the explanation for that? That would be a part of it if you were scouting the shooting. Now they're just like, let's jump into the guy that is wearing black, and we're not going to give you footage. We're going to tell you that this is him, and you can assume that he slowly walked up this staircase and was obscuring his face from view. Okay. Then it tells us that a camera later captures the suspect as he runs across the roof. It gets into the shooting position, and then immediately after the shot was fired, we know that he runs across carrying an item whose shape is consistent with a rifle. The suspect is then seen climbing down the roof. He appears to drop the item that he was carrying as he hits the ground in a controlled fall. He then picks up the item and runs toward the northeast end of the campus. It tells us that's how they then expand their crime scene investigation. They followed his escape path to the northeast end of the campus, where they believe the suspect left campus and entered a wooded area. In that wooded area, investigators found a bolt-action rifle wrapped in a towel. So again, there was no disassembly. It's wrapped in a towel. Presumably, that's how he covered it while he was running. The rifle contained 1 spent round and 3 unspent rounds. This is consistent with facts officers observed at the time of and immediately after the shooting. There were no shell casings that were found on the roof, suggesting a bolt action rather than an auto-loading weapon, and only a single round was fired, okay? Then they tell us what was actually inscribed. These are essentially memes. Hey, fascist, catch, says one on one cartridge. You got notices bulge. What's this on another cartridge? Oh, Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Chow, Chow. On a third cartridge, and on the fourth cartridge, it reads, if you read this, you are gay, LMAO. Okay, they detailed that. The rifle, the ammunition rounds, and the towel were then sent for forensic processing, and that the DNA was consistent with Robinson that was found on the trigger and other parts of the rifle, the fired cartridge casing, and 2 of the 3 unfired cartridges and the towel. Okay, they were able to immediately locate the shooter. They were unable, to immediately locate the shooter. So that's when they published the photos of the shooter from their surveillance, and they asked for the public's help. Now we're going to get a little bit more of a narrative change, right? They tell us that as they continue continued their investigation on September 11th, Tyler James Robinson then walked into the Washington County Sheriff's Office, and he is accompanied by his parents and a family friend to turn himself in. Okay, now again, he didn't confess yet, but he's here to turn himself in. Robinson's mother stated the following to police, that on September 11th, the day after the shooting, she saw the photo of the shooter in the news and thought that the shooter looked like her son. She then called her son and asked him where he was. He said he was at home sick and that he had also been homesick on yesterday, September 10th, when the shooting occurred. Robinson's mother expressed concern to her husband that the suspected shooter looked like Robinson. So she's calling her husband and she's going, hey, this kind of looks like our son. And then his father agrees that looks like their son. So Robinson's mother explained to the officers that over the last year or so, Robinson had become increasingly more political. He had started to lean more left. He was becoming more pro-gay and more trans-right oriented. That Robinson began to date his roommate, which is a biological male who was transitioning genders. We're going to get to him in a second. This resulted in several discussions with family members, but especially between Robinson and his father, who have very different political views. In one conversation before the shooting, Robinson mentioned that Charlie Kirk would be holding this event at UVU, which Robinson said was a stupid venue for the event. Robinson accused Kirk of spreading hate. Robinson's father reported that when his wife showed him that surveillance image of a suspected shooter in the news, he agreed that it looked like their son. He also believed that the rifle that the police had suspected the shooter had used matched a rifle that was given to his son as a gift. And as a result, he then contacts his son and asks him to send a photo of the rifle that was gifted to him. Robinson did not respond to that. However, Robinson's father spoke on the phone with Tyler at that moment, and Tyler implied that he planned to take his own life. Now, his parents were then able to convince him to meet at their home, not to do that. And as they discussed the situation, Robinson implied is the word they use here, that he was the shooter, and stated that he could not go to jail and that he just wanted to end things. When asked why he did it, Robinson explained that there was too much evil and that this guy, Charlie Kirk, spreads too much hate. They talked about Robinson turning himself in, and they convinced Robinson to speak with a family friend who happens to be a retired deputy sheriff. And at Robinson's father's request, the family friend met with Robinson and his parents, and they convinced Robinson to turn himself in, okay? Again, he did not confess, but he turned himself in. And they then detail that they tell him, hey, look, also bring in any clothes that you used because you don't want the police to then have to search the property of your parents. So anything that you use, you need to bring over, okay? That doesn't exactly make sense because Robinson is living with his trans boyfriend, but that is apparently Robinson replies that at that moment that he had disposed of clothes in different area. So they're looking into that. Okay. Now we're getting to the roommate portion, which is very interesting to me, and I will tell you why. It's interesting to me because I obviously have had a lot of tips. I've had a lot of conversations with people that knew both of these individuals. When I say both, I'm referring to Tyler Robinson, who is being indicted, but also his boyfriend.
Right, the
world has totally revolutionized the super glue game. This isn't just any glue, it's the real deal.
Boyfriend, who has not been indicted. And the conversation that I am having is that Tyler's classmates and the neighborhood are very shocked that Tyler would be, first and foremost, involved in this at all. So right away, they told me, no way, this guy is wearing the same outfit from 33 hours ago because he was very tidy. He sort of kept to himself, but he worked with his hands and he was kind of a good person. There were no signs here. Like this appears to them to be like, this is a very good family and that there were certain narratives out there that didn't make sense to them. They could not compute them as it pertained to Tyler Robinson, okay? And they're saying there's no way, if like they're not saying he couldn't have been involved. I very, very much want to be clear. I believe that Tyler Robinson was involved on the basis of this evidence, but rather that there's no way he acted alone, that this had to be a part of some wider plot, okay? And when I'm speaking to people that are close to this situation, what they are shocked about is the fact that only Tyler could have been arrested, because it's a different perspective when it comes to Tyler's trans boyfriend, okay? Tyler's trans boyfriend's name is Lance Twiggs, and they are very shocked. In fact, the people that are intimately involved in the situation are saying, we thought he was definitely going to get charged because apparently, and again, I'm going to say this, allegedly, he had been arrested or taken in on the same day. Now, the media narrative is that that guy was being really cooperative, he had nothing to do with anything, okay? We're going to go through that, and again, I'm going to tell you what his family is saying. I'm referring now to Lance Twiggs. Let's get to what the indictment tells us about him. Police interviewed Robinson's roommate, a biological male who was involved in a romantic relationship with Robinson. The roommate told police that he had received messages from Tyler Robinson about the shooting, and he provided those messages to police. And then it goes on, describing those messages. On September 10th, 2025, oh wait, they're not telling us the time. I don't like that. I hope that's just you forgot, but I need to know exactly when you're saying these messages were sent, okay? Because I need to fit them into my timeline, okay? Clearly, on the basis of what I'm about to read, these messages had to have gone out after Charlie Kirk was shot. If I'm using my context clues, my blues clues to put things together, but they're not clear here. They just say on September 10th, 2025, no time given, the roommate received a text message from Robinson which said, quote, drop what you are doing and look under my keyboard. The roommate, Lance, then looks under his keyboard and he finds a note that states, quote, I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk and I'm going to take it. The structure of that is weird. I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk and I'm going to take it. Okay, that's just structurally, that's not proper English, okay? I have, okay, or I had, past tense, again, not clear. Police found a photograph of this note and the following text exchange then took place. After reading that note, the roommate texts Tyler and he says, what? You're joking, right? Robinson writes, I'm still okay, my love. Shouldn't be long until I can keep this secret till I age. I am sorry to involve you. The roommate replies, you weren't the one who did it, right? Robinson replies, I am. I'm sorry. The roommate replies, I thought they caught the person. Robinson replies, no, they grabbed some crazy old dude that interrogated someone in similar clothing. I had planned to grab my rifle from my drop point shortly after, but most of that side of town got locked down. It's quiet, almost enough to get out, but there's one vehicle still lingering. The roommate says, why? Robinson says, why did I do it? Roommate says, yeah. Robinson says, I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out. If I am able to grab my rifle unseen, I will have left no evidence. Going to attempt to retrieve it again. Hopefully they have moved on. I haven't seen anything about them finding it. The roommate says, how long have you been planning this? Robinson says, a bit over a week, I believe.
Hey, I'm not listening to this, and I'm about to get up out of here, man. Appreciate y'all for coming through. I'll be back. Shorts and live. Peace and one.